audience and in the show, it really means a lot to me that you take time out of your day to come. I want to thank the Facebook audience for watching. I want to thank the patrons. We have a new patron, Paulette Garman. She joined our patron crew, and the patrons really help. And it makes me feel honored that people will support me with $1 per show donation, so I really appreciate that. So if you feel like doing that, do it. Today is an amazing day. Something's going to happen. Something's going to happen and it could be good. Something's going to happen and it could be good. Something's going to happen and it could be good. Something's going to happen like we knew it would. Oh yeah, well things will change and leaves will fall and it will rain. Transformed before your eyes. No time for chasing wine. Oh, you never know just how life is going to go. So you jump in your boat and row, row, row. Jump in your boat and row, row, row. And something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen, Lord, we knew it would. All right, I'm gonna take the time to give you some advice. Oh yeah, you gotta aim high and go for your pie in the sky. Go ahead, trust yourself. Everything writes itself. Oh yeah, well life's a stream. Go ahead now, follow your dream. Jump in your boat and row, row, row. Jump in your boat and row, row, row. 'Cause something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen and it could be good. Something's gonna happen like we knew it would. Every day I wake up. I try and wake up delighted every day. I try and wake up delighted because I live here where it's vacation. I live in a vacation state. Greg, would you care to join me on the stage? Today we have Greg Woodruff, musician. Come sit. Sit in the middle. Get in the middle. How art thou?
I'm pretty good. How are you doing?
Above average. I'm gonna give you this little pin-on microphone, and I'm curious, what brought you to the Laura Shepherd Show?
I watched a couple episodes, and I just thought it was a really fantastic program, and I wanted to be a part of it.
There you go. Follow your dreams. Okay, that's good. And other than watch Facebook Live shows, what interests you in life?
Music is my main priority. I do like watching cartoons and comedy stuff as well, because I love funny stuff.
Do you like, I mean, all the time, like cartoons, you know when cartoons are going like, and it's always like, bonk, bonk, bonk.
Yeah.
That's funny. See, that's funny.
I do, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. It's like, and you know, Woody Woodpecker, he would go, and then he'd get flattened by a truck.
Mhm.
It pains me. Do you like the Three Stooges?
They're classic.
See?
Yes.
It's classic stuff right there.
I have a theory, and this is a theory that generally speaking, men like the Three Stooges and women don't. Generally speaking. Now that I don't know if that's a sexist comment or that's just that I just find that, you know.
Someone's got to do a study on that.
Somebody's got to do a study. Are you? Do you do any studying?
Music-wise, I do. Like I'm
It
always
wouldn't
watching. I'm always watching different musicians play and trying to figure out what they're doing and how I can incorporate that into what I do.
Really?
Yeah.
So
If I'm not learning, I'm not playing right.
Yeah. Well, that's good. What was the latest thing you learned?
I've been really into the Bare Naked Ladies lately. They're a very good band.
Yeah.
They've influenced me quite a bit. One of the songs that I'm going to play was influenced by them.
Huh. Is that the one you want to play now? Or do you want
I can play it whenever you're ready.
Are we ready to hear a song?
Yeah.
This has been, I'll hand you your guitar,
Oh, yes,
carefully.
please.
There you go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually clear the stage.
Okay.
And you are going to give us a little, any sort of introduction that you'd like. We're going to give you both microphones just because.
Okay, I'll just put that one right there.
And you give your song an introduction and play it for us. And we are going to be in rapt attention.
Okay. Let me get out my capo and guitar pick from my pocket. If I can get the pick. All right. This song actually was on 96.7 Music Tampa Bay. This is I played it for my brother. He thinks it's a hit. I'm very pleased with how it came out. It's about a girl I haven't met yet. It's called "The Fate of My Heart." Some days are better than others, but that don't bother me. I'm looking out for my lover. How hard could that really be? What kind of colors she drive? What kind of clothes does she wear? What color are her eyes? Do I really even care? I'd be a fool to forget her. I know that I never will. I give my life to protect her. She gives me more than I feel. And I will love her forever. Such is the fate of my heart. And every time we're together, it's hard to pull us apart. She's got a taste for volition. Can't push her around. Think she's out of a vision. She make you look like a clown. She's got a way when she swaggers. Makes my heart skip a beat. Like nothing else really matters. She knocks me off of my feet. I'd be a fool to forget her. I know that I never will. I give my life to protect her. She gives me more than I feel. And I will love her forever. Such is the fate of my heart. And anytime we're together, it's hard to pull us apart. She is outrageously clever and slyer than a fox. Her train of thought is a treasure. She thinks outside of the box. She doesn't try hard to please me. She gives me all that I need. Wild love always frees me. A lucky find, yes indeed. I'd be a fool to forget her. I know that I never will. I give my life to protect her. She gives me more than I feel. And I will love her forever. Such is the fate of my heart. Anytime we're together, it's hard to pull us apart.
How did that go?
Her train of thought is a treasure.
Her train of thought is a treasure. See, isn't that nice? I'd like to be loved for my train of thought. I would like to think that my train of thought is a treasure.
It is.
That's very nice thing. So, so this is somebody that we're looking for, or just in general? Are we looking for love? Are you looking for love? Am I looking for
I mean,
love?
I'm not actively searching, but if it finds me, it finds me.
Right, and you'll know.
Yeah, and that's kind of what the song is about. Is like what I would want ideally in a woman, but not necessarily doesn't have to be exactly that. It's just an idealist kind of song, I guess.
And do you think you want the same things in a woman that everybody wants, or do you think you have a more?
I don't know. I don't think I can speak for everybody else.
Ah!
I can speak for myself.
Yay! Well, there you go. Anyways, I'm going to speak for myself, and I'm going to say that I think that it's really nice to hear a positive love song that extols the virtues of women. Yay! We like women. We like men that like women. Yeah. All right. So, give me something, some sort of a tidbit, a sentence of some advice for the world.
Oh, all right. One of the other songs I wrote is called Understanding, and I kind of wrote that around the thought that I had that all problems stem from a lack of understanding. Like if you understood somebody, you wouldn't really be fighting with them as much. If you could empathize better and kind of walk a mile in their shoes, so to speak.
Now, so do you have any tips for empathizing?
I would say listen. Listening is important.
Mm-hmm.
You got to listen to people instead of just yourself. I mean, yeah.
I think eye contact is important.
Yeah.
You know,
It
it's
definitely
hard.
helps.
You know when you're mad, you're looking down. You are not. You know, if you're kill mad, I guess you're looking at somebody. But generally speaking, you can pretty much tell when you don't get I think eye contact helps a lot with communication. In fact, you probably don't have to say anything at all. Just stare.
Yeah, like Silent Bob.
Silent Bob. Yeah, he was a movie character.
Yep.
Did you like him? Did you find him to be a...
I find him to be amusing just because he communicates just through facial expression,
Right.
which I think is kind of a lost art in some sort of ways. Like I guess in more silent movies, everyone was more expressive through their actions and what they were doing as opposed to just talking. Not that that's not funny, but yeah.
There you go. All right, give us another little song quickly. Do you have a small
Okay.
song? A small song.
I'll do Understanding if that's okay.
That would be the one. We just talked about it. Let's hear it. Oh, do we want to hear it?
Yeah.
This is my favorite song that I've written. It's the title track off the album I'm working on, and like it's been said, it's called Understanding. I would have to disagree. Use all of humanity as faceless personalities. If we could learn to close our eyes, open up our hearts and minds, we could leave our hatred far behind and try to be more kind. There's nothing wrong with understanding. Not about the last man standing. So lay down your defensive walls. We act too big to think this small. Fear each other in disgust. We can't have peace without some trust. I know it's hard to readjust, but in the end we'll all be dust. Life's too short for picking sides. Money wins if we all hide. Blunted by our blinding pride, we toss compassion to the side. There's nothing wrong with understanding. It's not about the last man standing. So lay down your defensive walls. We act too big to think this small. Let's stand together, hand in hand. our hearts and minds. It's time to leave our hatred behind and try our best to be more kind. There's nothing wrong with understanding that it's not about the last man standing. So lay down your defensive wall. We act too big to think this small.
All right, thank you, Fred. You can come back up at the end of the show and talk to me some more.
Awesome.
I really appreciate the way you have your convictions, you know? He's like, carry on. Keep up the good work. All right.
Thank you.
You can exit stage right there. Now we have the Nomad Art Buffs. We have Carrie. Carrie, would you join me on the stage? Yay, thank you for coming. Yes, let me give you this little mic. Have a little seat here. There we go. Carrie, tell us about the Nomad Art Bus.
Oh, the Nomad Art Bus is a project that I've been working on for about 5.5 years.
Who told you you could do that?
I just knew.
You just knew. Oh, she just knew.
And a lot of people maybe told me I shouldn't, or I should be very cautious about it, but I just knew that it was something that we needed.
Okay, so what is it? What is it?
Okay, so the Nomad Art Bus is, the way I describe it is we are a crew of rogue artists who go out into the community and create spaces where people can feel empowered to be creative, because I believe that everybody is creative in some way.
Yeah. Do you find that when you get somewhere, the people around there are they afraid of you, artist types?
Well, I don't know if they're
You're a little nervous.
afraid of artists. I think that a lot of times, like I would be terrified if Greg put his guitar in my lap and said, "Here, play a song." You know,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that would be really scary to me. And so I try to see that many people out there, and it happens in early elementary, late elementary school age. Because kindergartners aren't afraid to do art.
No,
They are all artists, and they are creative, and what they do, they know what they do is right and good and amazing. And then at some point, the child in the class who is the art star is identified, and everybody else feels like they can do art, but they have to apologize for their creative expression because it's not good enough. And what we're trying to do is say that you might not be an artist, you might not be somebody who is making money doing art, but your creative expression is important. It's important for our community, it's important for you, for your health, for many reasons, just to be able to communicate in this way. So.
And how do you determine where you're going to bring your bus? I presume it is an actual bus.
We do have an actual bus, and the bus is kind of like our mascot in a way.
Okay.
So we go to community festivals.
And when you say we go to, you drive a bus?
We drive the bus there. We have
tow the bus?
Yeah, well, there had been times. We're on our second bus now.
Oh, yay!
Our first bus was really amazing and wonderful and stubborn, and sometimes didn't want to go to the places that we wanted it to go to. So there were times that we did tow the bus to places, but we have a 40-foot bus, and it is just a white bus that we bring tempera paints with us, and we invite people to just completely paint the whole outside of the bus. So we roll in with a blank canvas, and we leave with a bus entirely painted by the community.
Oh,
Which
it's
is
giving me
really
goosebumps.
fun.
You know what this reminds me of?
Cool.
The Merry Pranksters. The Merry Pranksters, they had a bus and they would do that.
It's so much fun. It's so
Yes.
much. So our next community event where you can come out and actually paint the bus, there is a getaway 5K, which is really early in the morning on the first Sunday of November.
The Getaway 5K.
And then the city of St. Pete has this snow fest that happens in North Straub Park every year, the first Saturday of December. So come out and paint the bus with us. And first night, we're at first night all the time. So
And, okay, so you've been doing this for how long now?
For 5 years. So that's the bus part of it.
Okay.
But really, the real work that we do during the week is the same crew of artists who are out at community events go to places like the Pinellas Regional Juvenile Detention Center, Tampa Residential Facility, which is a juvenile detention facility specifically addressing problems of mental health and substance abuse. We are at 3 group children's homes in the community, and we go to other places like domestic abuse shelters and places like that, and do art with the folks in those places, because we feel like often that is not the first priority. People recognize the power of it and the importance of it, but when decisions are made about how budgets are allocated, arts are not generally at the top of the list. So we go in there and we do what we can to fill that gap.
Well, that is awesome. Trina, will you pass me that box? This is something, this is a gift, and if you don't want it, you just leave it here when you go, like pretend like you forgot it. Okay? But I thought maybe, thank you, this is Trina. She's the one that talks to you on Facebook. This is it's an empty tub. Everybody can use a tub.
Oh my God, I was actually really excited about the tub anyway.
There we go.
So
you get the tub. But also, on the inside, I have, these are
Yes.
art bins.
Yeah, oh my
They're
gosh,
empty,
really?
they're empty art bins.
We will
But
totally be able-
they're,
That's
so
awesome. Yes,
so
we
there's
can use
one,
that. Yes.
2, there's 3 different art things, and so hopefully
Yeah.
you can fill it with supplies
And
and
the biggest art bin of all. That's
and the
great.
biggest art that evolved,
Yes.
and do what you will with them.
Thank you.
Um,
That's wonderful. Thank
There we
you.
go. Now, when you do this art, do you, because people want to see results. What sort of results have we had?
Yes,
Results.
yes.
Oh, I want some results.
Well, so that is really interesting, because I spent 1 year, I'm a visual artist, that's my background, and I lived and worked in Chicago as an artist, and my family is all down here, and at some point I was like, I'm gonna go back to where my people are, and before I really decided what my practice would look like down here, I spent a year as an art teacher. And I realized in that year that the people who want the results are the grown-ups. The kids enjoy the process, and sometimes they have so much pride in what they make that they want to take it with them, but so often they just they give it to you as a gift. They make it and they give it to you as a gift. They make up, a puppet or whatever it is, and then they say, here, I made this for you, you can keep this. And I realized that it's more, we can have spaces where we can have results in art. But we also we have so many places in life and in the world and work and school where we are looking at the results and what did you make, what did this effort go toward. But it's not very often that we can just be okay with the process and not look at
Right, not have to have something
what
to
is the
keep.
value, when the value is measured in the thing that is made at the end rather than just the experience. So you go to a performance and you buy a ticket to see a play or a musician, or what are the tangible results of that. And that's what I'm trying to say, like visual art and creative expression can be that same kind of experience.
Yeah, just the doing of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it is interesting. I noticed that in gardening. I've done a lot of gardening projects with kids, and you bring them and you get them to plant little seeds, and then you bring them back the next week, and you're trying to show them what happened, and they don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them do. I'm not saying none of them do, but it, like you say, it's the adults wanting to keep it all in a line and show
This
you
is
how.
why it matters.
Yeah.
It matters because you get this thing at the end, and I think that's such conditioning for that consumer. Like, if I do the thing, what do I get out of it? What's the thing that I get out of it at the end of
Now,
it?
do you think that humans or humanity or our culture has always demanded that, or do you think that we're demanding more things now than people used to?
Oh,
say
I think
hundreds of years ago?
I think we are definitely demanding more things now than we ever have. I mean, I think that the idea of property even is, relatively new in human history. And
Yeah, in human history, owning property. But I guess tribes had territories. like
Yeah,
animals
right.
did, but they couldn't sell their territory.
and a
to another
person
tribe.
in the tribe, it was communal.
Yes.
So I think that the idea of, separating ourselves out into these individuals who count up all of the things that are theirs, and I think it's really damaging. I think that I grew up I'm one of 7 kids. We didn't really have the concept of my things either growing up in my house. So we lived, like, if it came into the house, it was community property. And so I grew up that way. And so, that probably informs my community-oriented way of being.
Now, do you ever go back to the same places a year later or something and meet the same? Do you meet some of these people over and
Yeah, and
over?
sometimes not even in the same places. It's really interesting to me when we do an after-school program or a program, at a youth center, and then we'll be at a festival, and and maybe it's 2 years later, and a kid comes up and they're like, "Hey, I know you used to come to my school," and there are situations too. One case, so we go to like I said, we go to a group children's home or a few group children's homes every month, and we were at a school in Ybor City, and a kid came out and he said, is this the same bus that goes to this group children's home, which is in St. Pete, like a completely different place? And I thought, like, the only way he knows that we go to that place is if he at one time was a child in that group home, and I talked to him about it, and he said that was the thing that he and his brothers looked forward to. It was such a traumatic part of their life. They were back, by the time they were in school, they were back with their mother again, but at that time in their life, there was no consistency, there was nothing to kind of hold on to as a routine. And when the Nomad Art Bus was coming, they would be like, okay, this we know is coming every month. And
even if you had to be towed in, you would.
Oh yeah, we will be there. We will be there.
And if somebody wants to support you, what sort of support do you need?
We need support in all of the ways. Of course, as a nonprofit, we always, need the financial support that it takes to allow us to go into places like the juvenile detention centers. And we have many ways that people can support us. If people go to our Facebook page, which is Facebook Nomad Art Bus, all of our social media channels are at Nomad Art Bus, and you can follow all of those 2 ways to support us.
And that's an easy way to support. That doesn't cost you a thing. Just follow, share.
If you've painted the Nomad Art Bus before and found joy in it, go to our Facebook page and give us a review. We want to hear from you if you've had experiences with the Nomad Art Bus.
And it's so valuable. I think that we all spend, I don't know about y'all, but I spend time on social media and kind of just scrolling around, and I try and remember that if you comment on somebody's post or share it, you're helping that person, because you're disseminating information. So if you're ever feeling, grumpy and like you're in a bad mood and the world's all going to heck and you can't do nothing and nothing's right, just go find somebody doing something cool and share and comment and go write them a review, and then you feel good about yourself and help somebody else.
Yeah, and all those kind of pieces, and them keeping track of
Yeah.
all of the,
Exactly.
the more activity that happens on a
And people could
social
donate,
media site.
well, go on the site and figure out what you can do.
Yeah, and we have a couple fundraisers. There are 2 people who currently have their birthdays donated to the Nomad Art Bus right now. So if you go to our page there, it's Tiffany and Nick, thank you for doing that. Their birthdays are in the next couple of weeks or have just passed. And if you feel like donating, that's a really easy way to just go right on there and donate. Yeah. We also have a website, nomadartbus.org. And we have many pathways to, whether you want to volunteer or donate some art bins, or there are so many ways that you can help us to keep doing what we're doing.
Carrie, thank you. Are you happy, Carrie?
I'm kind of almost always happy.
Yay! Yeah. Okay, and thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And yes, I'm glad you needed some art bins.
Yes.
I'm kind of a hoarder of empty boxes. I have more empty bins and boxes in my shed than full ones. Well, now I might be changing. Like, I get rid of stuff, but these empty boxes have so much potential. And today I thought to myself, Laura, you have too much. Too much. I have too much. I got a lot. I got this fancy house up here on a hill. You know, we're 36 feet here. Right, Susan King? I don't know how what the elevation is in your place.
No flood zone.
Are you flood zone? No, we're out.
I got 38 feet.
We're doing pretty good up here. I've got a house high on a hill, a fridge that gives me ice and water that's chill. The refrigerator's full, but there's just one thing I need. I need a man. I need a man to dance with, 'cause I dance like a girl. I need a man to dance with, Lord, I dance like a girl. One to write me love songs to rock my world. I got a guy that mows my lawn, and hack check gets a coat, and the truck runs swell, Lord, the mechanic fix the choke. And the gas tank is full, but there's just one thing I need. Need a man, need a man to dance with, Lord, I dance like a girl. Need a man to dance with, Lord, I dance like a girl. One to write me love songs, rock my world. Don't need a new dress, I got plenty of clothes. You know why I got so many clothes? I go to that clothing swap down there in Gulfport. Second Tuesday of the month, we have a fine clothing swap. You get clothes for nothing. Woo! Don't need a new dress, I got plenty of clothes. I don't need a suitcase, I got several of those. More empty boxes. My life is full, there's just one thing I need. Need a man. I need a man to dance with, Lord, I dance like a girl. Need a man to dance with, Lord, I dance like a girl. One to write me love songs to rock my world. Ooh. Go down to the casino, swing around on that fine polished floor. I'm up on my luck and I hold a winning hand. I'm not complaining, I'm looking for a man. 'Cause my life is full, but there's just one thing I need. I need a man, I need a man to dance with, to dance like a girl. Need a man to dance with, Lord, I dance like a girl. One to write me love songs and rock my world. Ooh, go ahead, boy. Rock my world. All right, this is such a beautiful day. We had some rain, of which I'm blessed. Now, Renata, I don't know why I want to roll the R in your name, just because it makes you sound so fancy. Please join us. Because of Rumble's Bakery. Oh, thank you so much for making me. Let's put this on you. Look, right there. Okay, so, Renata, what do you do?
So I am a pastry chef. I am the pastry chef for Rumble's Bakery. I started about a year ago. I'm a part of the Florida Chefs Workshop community. It is.
I didn't even know we had one.
Yes.
What is a Florida Chefs Workshop?
So we have a commercial kitchen that basically different companies rent out and use the kitchen space. I work out of there. I do wholesale baking. In Gulfport, we have Sumitra Coffee House, CBD infused. I do all their pastries. I do a few other things for the bakery. And basically everything else is going to be catering. So we're starting some classes at the kitchen soon. We've got a Halloween one coming up. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay, look, here's some information on it. The
It's going to be this Sunday, October 27th. Tickets include appetizers. You'll be bringing home a bunch of cake pops. We're doing monsters and
We're bringing home
ghouls.
cake pops.
Yes, so the whole class I'll be teaching you guys how to make cake pops. Jack skeletons, Frankensteins, pumpkins, all sorts of fun stuff. All of the decorations, sprinkles, everything is included with the class. So just come with a costume on. I'm encouraging costumes, just no glitter because, you know, we're making food, so don't really want to eat glitter. But it's going to be the first of many. We're having a Thanksgiving class after that, making pie. And then Christmas, we're doing melted snowman cakes. And then New Year's, we're going to do CBD and alcohol-infused treats. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
And people can find this. Tell us again how you find it.
So the kitchen is called Florida Chef's Workshop. You can either Google that or go on our website, our Facebook page, Instagram. I have all the classes posted on there. It's Rumble's Bakery. And yeah, you'll find the classes there. I have all the full class list on our website now.
Well, that'd be fun to do with your. Can children come or young people? What we don't want.
Yeah.
Or well.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you
bring your friends, bring your
yeah,
family.
Absolutely.
Now, did you make these fine things?
Yes, so today I brought a avocado tart. It sounds weird, avocado, but it's really actually delicious.
I see that little
It's
green in there.
vegan. Oh, that's actually the zucchini.
Oh, that's
one.
zucchini.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the
So it's
avocado.
like a chocolate mousse made from avocado. It's vegan. It's gluten free. The crust is made out of different nuts and chocolate and coconut.
Can I taste a piece?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to taste a little piece, and you all out in the audience get to taste a piece.
And so this one is also CBD infused.
Ooh,
This is our top seller at Sumitra. If you're from Gulfport, you've probably been there. So.
I love that one.
Mmm. Mmm.
And then the zucchini bread, I'm sure we could pass around the audience a little bit. People can take a piece off. But the zucchini bread actually has been in my family since I was a kid. Everyone used to tell my mom that she needed to sell this zucchini bread, that it's just the best they've ever had. And I think it's because I use walnut oil. So I'm calling it my almost famous zucchini bread. I'm going to keep giving it to everyone, and they're all going to fall in love with it, and we're going to be mass producing this soon.
I think you should
hopefully.
just call it your famous zucchini bread.
Yes.
I think so. Don't we? Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
I mean, almost. How longer is it going to be almost famous? It
Right,
is
well,
your
I'm
famous.
on the Laura Shepherd show today,
That's
so now
right.
we're famous. So.
Now we're famous. Okay, let me, can I hand this to someone and you all pass it around and take a little taste? That's the joys if you actually come to the Laura Shepherd show. You get some. What possessed you? Who told you you could have a bakery? Who said you could do that?
Well, honestly, it's been like a lifelong dream. I've been working as a pastry chef for like 10 years now. And I always, in the back of my mind working, I would come up with these ideas or these thoughts of what I wanted to do as a business. I have my wholesale side. I have my whole wholesale menu. We do the coffee shop items, but I also have the retail. So retail, I'm doing alcohol-infused desserts. Rum balls is our main thing. Catering for weddings, wedding cakes, birthday cakes, party planning. So I will do custom dessert tables, decorate it, and the whole ordeal. So
That muffin I just had a bite of was delicious, by the way. How's it going out there in the audience? Thumbs up.
Delish.
Delicious. Okay, good.
Yummy.
What? Like, you started this business. Did you go get a business license? What? You know,
Yeah.
wasn't that terrifying?
so that's what made it easy being part of Florida Chef's Workshop. They have all the information you need to get the health department there, get your certificates, get everything you need to have your business started. It's really not that hard. I mean, it takes a little bit of imagination to get everything going, your menu, your clients, everything like that. But we have all sorts of people at the kitchen. We have people that make dog treats. We have people that make birthday cakes and breads, all sorts of things. And actually, I work with them as catering also. So they have a catering company called A Fresh Connection. And them as a business we're actually opening another kitchen soon. So look out for that. But yeah, right now we're just developing the classes and growing menus and
And do you actually like teaching people, or do you like by yourself with your Zen music, or do you
Yeah.
wait? Do you listen to music when you bake?
all the time.
What
Yeah,
sort of music
I
do you
have
listen
to. Really, my taste is all over the place. My main music is like classic rock, I would say, but I'm really open to different genres.
Well, here, I'm going to give you one. This is one of my CDs.
Okay.
So you can listen to that.
Awesome.
I love giving things away. It's so much fun. This is a little edible present for you for
Aw.
coming, taking your time
Thank
to come down
you.
here. These are moringa flowers and the little teeny baby moringa pod there. And then this is some younger, and then the leaves are cranberry hibiscus, and they're kind of
Wow.
lemony tasting. These moringa pods, my understanding is you sort of break them, and a neighbor showed me how to do this the other day. You break them and you sort of peel, you string them down,
Okay.
and then you can chop them up and steam them and eat them. So you can look at that,
Thank you.
throw it in your compost, or eat bits of it.
Yeah, this looks like something I would put on a cake for decoration.
I
so.
know. Like, isn't that fun?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, share
Thank
things
you.
around with you. Now, how did we get to Rumble's Bakery? I like that.
Rumble. You know, it kind of just came to me. I was just thinking, when I first moved to St. Pete, I moved here from Chicago like almost 2 years now, but I didn't have a kitchen. I was in this small efficiency studio, and I was like, I wanted to start this and start making menus at home, and I didn't have an oven, so I thought of doing the idea of rum balls, and I just rumbles. I started
okay.
mumbling it, and it came true. So, and then from there, I just grew, and I'm just, I'm still doing all sorts of creative stuff. It's not just rum balls. Like, I'm open to any ideas that people want to do, custom catering, all sorts of stuff. So,
And so, would you consider yourself a success?
I'm successful in the fact that I'm living my dream. I finally made it to the point I've always thought of being, so I'm just happy to be here and doing this every day.
I think to start a business like that. I'm often impressed. Like on this show, there's all these people that come up and. Greg, will you join us on the story? Don't you come on over.
We're out of the best zucchini ever.
Awesome.
Bread.
Yeah, I'll hold those things. Can you explain what that is?
Yeah. So I brought a gift for the band today, a pack of cupcakes, 4-pack. My favorite flavor is the edible cookie dough. So it's got ganache, it's filled with cookie dough, and our German chocolate, which is toasted coconut and more ganache. Lots of chocolate. So
Oh, goodness.
there you go.
Thank you.
Isn't that nice to have you ever done any baking?
Are you a baker? Yeah, sometimes I make brownies.
Brownies, yeah.
What kind?
So he likes chocolate.
Chocolate, I love chocolate. Yeah, bread. How about breads? Do you do bread?
I do breads. I do brioche is a top seller. I do croissants. I do seeded breads. I'm actually developing some gluten-free breads now with another chef at the kitchen. They're doing low-carb, keto, medicinal food. If you want to check them out also, they're called Foods of Life.
We need to get them on the show.
Yeah.
We can bring us some medicinal foods. That's the fun part about being in the audience. Did everybody get a little piece of something?
Yes. Thank you.
So yeah, tomorrow I'll be talking actually on Fox News. I'm really nervous.
Oh,
so,
no, don't be nervous. You
yes.
did great. Didn't you do great right here?
Yeah. So our classes are going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about. So definitely check it out.
I like the fact that you enunciate well and you project and you have a lot of good things to offer. So you're not going to get up there and just go, well, we have these wet tissue paper. It's like it's amazing.
Oh, and it's BYOB, so no matter what, we're going to have a good time. So.
All right. Well,
13. Fox News 13.
do you have any? Do you have a surprise baking tip you could give us? Like for the vast audience, like there was somebody from Ireland watching last time.
Really?
We have
Yeah.
Anne's Leaf from Cormanville today.
Oh, Cormanville, it's spring over there. Cormanville is in New Zealand. It's my other lovely home. And okay, so for the world.
The best advice I would say is, at the end of the day, it's just food. So have fun with it. If you overthink things, then things might go wrong. Just have fun with it and it'll taste great.
I think that that's true. I think that, you know, like that, like water for chocolate, you can infuse a bunch of worry into your cooking, I suppose.
Yes,
Or at least
yes.
not have fun
It
doing
happens. It happens to me all the time, and then when I throw the recipe away and just start baking from my heart is when the best things come out. So,
All right. We'll have, I think a book is in order from recipes from the heart or
yes,
something.
that's awesome.
Yeah, we'll get you doing that. Okay, thank you so much for
Yeah,
having
thank you
come
for having
and
me.
brought treats for the audience and for our guests because we
Thank you.
appreciate it. So, yay! Thank you so much. Take your little gifts. I might claim this one for myself. Can Trina and I split this one? This one didn't actually get given to anybody else. I want to claim it for Trina and I. You want to split it with me after the show, Trina? We have Trina who's taking care of the board over there. Thank you, Trina. Greg. So the business, what business are you starting? The business of Greg Woodruff Music?
Yeah, just trying to self-promote, play in different locations. I'm always open to new gigs. That's what I'm focusing on right now, is finding places to play.
And when you play out, is it just you and your guitar, or?
Usually, that's how it's starting anyway. If I can find other people to join me, I would be happy for them to join me. I'm also in a blues band, but I have not talked to the members in a little while. I need to reach
They're
out.
not
to
even
them.
looking at each other. I mean, they're not talking. It's bad. You know, there's a blues festival, the Tangerine Blues Festival, November 2nd, right here in Gulfport. So if you have to be a blues fan,
Yeah, I'll definitely go to that.
yeah, you know, it's at the Tangerine Park. I don't know what it's called. Actually, it's called
Trolley Square Park.
Trolley Square Park. Good. Suzanne King's here to tell us what to do. Suzanne King. Yay. All right. So, and when you play out, do you play original songs or cover songs or a mix or?
A mix of both. Try to change it up so that way people can hear something that they haven't heard in a while, and then also something they're very familiar with, and then something completely new to them. Just try to give it a little bit of variety. I try not to play the same songs every time because I feel like that would just be boring for the people that follow my music.
Right. And so do you keep, because I feel the same way. I'm kind of like, well, I don't want to play the same song in the middle of the Laura Shepard show every time. I want to play something different, you know, or when I play at a certain venue, I don't want to necessarily play the same set. If I play at Gecko Fest, I don't want to play the same songs I played last year. How do you keep track of all that? Do you write it? Do you write down the sets you play? Do you make a set list before you go?
Yeah, I have to. Often I actually use a binder for the chords to the different songs because my memory is not the best, and I find that it just kind of helps guide me and keep me in check.
So, so you would write a set list and have a binder with your music in front of you, and
Yeah.
kind of like a classical musician. You know, we can snuff off our snuffy little noses about reading the music, but all them cellists do it, for goodness sake.
Well, the funny thing is that I can't actually read sheet music. It's just chords and
Right.
the lyrics.
Right, but enough to remind you.
Yeah.
And so then so before you make a set for that same place, you go back and look at your old set and.
Yeah, and I mean, I have like one set list that has all the songs I could possibly play, and then I just pick and choose from that.
Yeah, but how do you know that you haven't played the same one you played last week or the last time?
I guess I don't.
You don't. That's my point. Because that's my problem, you know, and especially, I used to go down, there was a little open mic at Tommy's Tiki's on Wednesday, and it was real nice because at this open mic, they would give, if you perform, they give you a free drink, which is really, I think, you know, it's nice to give when people have given. And I would think, I played these same songs last week, but I was never sure, you know, and I thought, you need to write down, and I'm like, really? I'm going to write down the songs I played at open mic and keep track of this? Like, I need a spreadsheet for every restaurant I've ever been to, and I'm like, I don't know. But some people want to hear the same songs, like if you went to see Elvis Presley, you'd want to sing, you know, Hound Dog, or you'd want the...
Yeah. I mean, there are a couple songs that I will almost always play. Like I very much like to play the John Lennon song Imagine as often as possible because I just love the message.
Yeah.
And then the song I played earlier, Understanding.
Yeah.
Those are the two ones that I play the most. But I try not to, other than that, I try to just change it up.
And then, okay, so now when you write a song, how do you go about doing that?
It depends on the song. Sometimes I just come up with the chords first, and I'm just noodling around until I find something that sounds nice. When I'm writing something that has a little more meaning, I tend to start with the lyrics and figure out the chords later. It really depends on the song.
And can you write a song quickly, or does it take? Do you slave over these songs?
Usually I write songs pretty quick, less than an hour usually takes.
Yeah, me too. When I
Is it-
write it, it's like channeled or something.
Yeah, and if I take too long to write it, I just kind of lose the feeling of it. So I try to just I take John Lennon's advice. He always said that it's handy to try to write an entire song in one sitting if you can.
Yeah.
But then there are other songs that completely contradict that, where I'll write like a little tiny bit of it and I'll just set it aside and I'll just go, I don't know what to do with this. And then I come back to it and I write another little part, and then all these little parts that I didn't realize go together actually do go together.
Yeah.
And I have a song like that, an instrumental song that is a perfect example of that. I've been writing different parts for years, and it just kind of came together.
Well, there you go. I think there's time for you to do another song. Would you like to do that one, or
Yeah.
is that one that you'd like to do?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we're going to be hearing an instrumental.
Yeah.
Is that correct? And what possessed you to write this one?
Nothing in particular. It just sort of came to me.
Okay.
And that's why I named the song Epiphany.
Epiphany. I love that
It was just
word.
sort of an aha moment.
Listen to classical music? I used to take my mom.
I've never gone to listen to it. I've heard it On occasion, though.
Yes, well,
Can you get it?
wrestling.
Oh, no. Sorry.
Sometimes I just, sometimes you gotta wrestle that mic. Okay, well, I think that it's wonderful that we've all been here today. Talk about songwriting. We're going to finish up this song with Carry My Rain in a Bushel Basket. And this song, I wrote the chorus, Carry My Rain in a Bushel Basket, as I was running through a rainstorm, getting quite wet. And I thought it was a great chorus, but I didn't actually have the rest of the words to it. And but I knew it was such a good chorus, I had to wait. And then Elan, amazing fiddle player of mine, I was talking to him. I said, I've got this great song, but I can't figure out, I got the chorus. And he said, well, what's the chorus? And I said, I'll carry my rain in a bushel basket. And he says, and then I started going on with the chorus. He goes, stop, but I don't need to hear anymore. He says, just tell me what you don't do. And then I wrote the song, which we're going to play together.
All right.
Okay, I need some help from the audience. Come to the stage, please. All up to the stage.
All of us?
Anybody who wants to, anybody who knows, all you people, I need you.
Don't know.
Susie, get up here. Come on, you do. Come on.
I don't know that.
Come on, Susie King. I know you know it. There. Okay, are we all in?
Does anyone else?
Yeah, we can move closer together. All right. Yay.
Yeah.
I want to thank you all for, I've only got one shaker, I'm sorry.
We'll toss it back and forth.
You guys can shake it back and forth.
You're gonna say I'll shake that.
I want to thank everybody who was here in person. I want to thank the people watching. I want to thank the podcast listeners. And I really want to thank our Patreon supporters. Please go to Patreon and pledge a little bit per show. It's almost like public radio. It's just like, actually, just like, only different. Here we are, fine Gulfport tradition. Don't jump freight trains when they roll by. Don't like the blues, I'll tell you why. I go downtown when I want to smoke, and I'm treating life like a joke. I won't go sitting in my neighbor's yard, 'cause he's been working mighty hard. I go downtown, but I don't wear shoes, and I don't sing the blues. Carry my rain in a bushel basket, carry the sunshine too. Carry my rain in a bushel basket, but let the sunshine through. Carry my rain in a bushel basket, carry my rain in a bushel basket, carry my rain in a bushel basket, but let the sunshine through. I won't get cross if you smile at me. I'll throw my troubles out to sea. I don't wear black or need a heart attack, 'cause we can be happy. How about that? Don't think much about what could go wrong. Don't want to sing about it in a song. But I'll look at you and shake my head. Lord knows some people, they'd be better off dead. Carry my rain in a bushel basket, carry the sunshine too. Carry my rain in a bushel basket, but let the sunshine through. Carry my rain in a bushel basket, carry my rain in a bushel basket, carry my rain in a bushel basket, but let the sunshine through. Carry my rain in a bushel basket, carry the sunshine too. Carry my rain in a bushel basket, but let the sunshine through. Carry my rain in a bushel basket, carry my rain in a bushel basket, carry my rain in a bushel basket, but let the sunshine through. I don't see Saturn when I look at the stars, but I know it's out there and so's Mars. I don't think much about the evening news, and no, I'm not gonna sing the blues, not even at the Tangerine Blues Festival. Just won't do it. Don't like ham, but I do like toast, and I certainly don't care who you hate the most. I don't care how it's always been done. You could give in but still have some.
Carry my rain in a bushel basket, carry the sunshine too. Carry my rain in a bushel basket, but let the sunshine through. Carry my rain in a bushel basket, carry my rain in a bushel basket. Carry my rain in a bushel basket, but let the sunshine through. And let your sunshine through. Yeah, there's a lot of good news in the world.